After Amazon acquired Twitch from Runner YouTube, I expected them to focus in and around the streaming of game content and be involved in video games only in a post-release manner. However, Amazon has built up their very own game studios comprised of various developers based in Seattle, San Diego, and Orange County. And right off the bat, they've decided to make an MMO, which is discerning to say the least. Usually when game studios form, they attempt to make smaller games that will hopefully gain traction and bring revenue, eventually leading to the expansion of the studio. Amazon has decided to skip all of that and bring many different experienced people from various game studios and backgrounds to work on one game, New World. And if I'm honest, this game looks like it's going to be a challenge to tackle. For starters, the game is huge. The early alpha testers that got to play it said that they were restricted to a small peninsula that was part of a vast and gigantic map. Developers have stated that they will start servers with the intention of 500 players per world, working their way up to a massive 10,000 players. Secondly, everything in this game will be made by players. Buildings, towers, weapon crafting, all of it will be predicated to the level of your clan. Try to imagine Clash of Clans, yeah, that one, but with a survival MMO lens, which is actually a great concept. Plus the artwork and the in-game screenshots that have been released for this actually look amazing. In your clan, you have to assume roles and distinctions to bring about a functioning society within the walls of your established clan base. While your clan grows, so are other clans out there in the world, so it's a constant race for survival and then domination. The setting is also pretty traditional for MMOs. The 17th century, think swords, knights, royalty, etc. The game also explores very typical survival mobs such as bears and wolves, but it will also feature some pretty hardcore supernatural mobs that will take time to prepare for. And that's why this game is so unique. It's a blend of survival and MMO features that give players full freedom to do as they please. A highlight for one of the game testers was being able to siege an enemy base using a guided path set out for them. They had to blow up a wall and then kill the clan leader and claim the land as their own. Furthering the freedom of this game, there will also be no class system. Your abilities are for you to obtain, and creating hybrid classes will also bring about deeper combat and role specification within your clan. They will also give you an option to be a rogue criminal, which is going to be an interesting mechanic, especially if criminals have the ability to come together and form a band of thieves who profit only on stealing and other criminal activities. All of this sounds very glorious, and even if half the concepts that I noted here today in this video make it into the game, it's going to be an instant buy. However, the real question is all of this possible? We're really all too common with games that claim to be the next great adventure, but take forever in development, demand way too much money, or are just outright cancelled. Well, Amazon claims that they really focused on developing the technology first and then decided to make this game, which in more specific terms means they created the game engine that would allow for something of this caliber and then went about creating it, which is actually pretty comforting news. A lot of times, developers are restricted by the technology they are comfortable with and can't implement new features into a game, and it's very clear when they're at their brink. Call of Duty's engine wasn't designed for large-scale combat, and it's apparent because of all the stale and rustic textures in the Blackout game mode, not to mention the netcode. Oh my god, the netcode. But Amazon has circumvented this whole issue by creating their limitations, then creating the game with those limitations in mind, instead of constantly trying to push against what is physically possible by the development. Or that's what they claim at least. Now you might be wondering, that's a lot of content. What's it gonna cost me? To this, Amazon had a slightly transparent answer. They stated that the game would include a flat rate for entry and you'd have access to the whole game. It will be a live service game with microtransactions, but it will be limited to vanity items, which in my experience can be a slippery slope. If they truly limit themselves to creating only cosmetic items, it's not a huge deal to me, especially if the game doesn't cost $60. The issue that really stems out from this is other developers looking at similar games in their genre and saying, well, they've got microtransactions, why don't we do the same, but we'll give them buffs for money. That mentality is where it goes wrong. As long as New York costs somewhere around $20 and isn't pay to win, I really can't see any fault in it. Giant MMOs like Black Desert Online have a similar model that I actually quite enjoy. Cosmetic items are microtransactions, mounts are microtransactions, but the game doesn't cost $60. It's a flat rate for entry and you have access to all of it. While there hasn't been too much more said about the game, I am really looking forward to how this will undo itself, because this will be Amazon's first actual release. And I, for one, am looking forward to how Amazon tackles video games. Will they get it right? Will they get it wrong? I'm not sure. Only time will tell. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you dislike this video, dislike it. It stings. But if you did dislike this video, go and dislike. It's your opinion. I'd like to hear it. Please leave a comment down below if you differ, or if you agree with me, tell me why you agree with me. If you guys want to see more content just like this, please hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.